This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC studios. This is Old School. Sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves that makes them smile, celebrate. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome to Old School. Again, we've made it to Friday. Some weeks are longer than others. Some weeks are better than the other. Either way, I appreciate you guys joining and allowing us to try to end the day with a smile, or at least giving somebody a smile or adding a smile, little stuff. So there are a couple of times throughout the show today that we'll do that. We'll have Jay Foreman a little later. He'll give Jay's picks for the week and get us ready for Ohio State. We're going to have Elena from Uptown Bar and Lounge. And so tomorrow night, they will be featuring the UFC fights. Of course, they'll show the ball game during the day. But the event for them tomorrow night is UFC fights, do your thing. And then Monday from 6 to 8, the Ticket weeknights with Nicole Griffin will be live from the Upside Bar and Lounge. And for you folks who attended last time, you know the drill. We had a great time. It's a great spot. 27th and Pine Lake. It's Monday Night Football and Taco Night at Upside Bar and Lounge. And Elena will come in and join us here at 4:30. That's Monday, 6 to 8 at the Upside Bar and Lounge. 27th and Pine Lake. Free parking. See you there. We'll have I believe we have a signed Steelers jersey and a signed Huskers jersey. So the Steelers are playing Monday night. Heather from there is a Steelers fan. She may put extra names in the draw just to let you know. We'll see how that goes.
I believe we have Jay.
Let's bring him in. Let's bring in the Husker Hall of Famer. Let's bring in Jay Foreman. Jay, kind sir, what's up?
Hey guys, this is Corey. I just wanted.
Oh, it's Corey. Okay. It's just Corey.
My bad. Well, you're a Husker Hall of Famer.
I was like, we thought it was Jay.
My bad, man. What's up?
I was just calling real quick. I live in Beatrice, so I'm just gonna have my dad come over and pick those tickets up if that's cool.
It's perfect. It's perfect. No worries. Hey, Corey. Corey, question for you.
Yes, sir.
Have you been by Beatrice, the bakery? Have you been by Beatrice Bakery?
I have, and I spend way too much money every time I go in, so I would highly advise.
Well, we're gonna put some of that kind of love. We're gonna send that with you, Dad.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
All right, quite welcome. Enjoy your weekend.
Thanks,
yeah, man.
My bad.
No. I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping at all. So.
I texted Jay, said you can call 4 or 5, and
right.
He called right at 4, and I was like, oh, perfect. All right. Foreman's got it.
Let's go through it. Ruxin from the Sartor Heyman text line again. You guys know 402-464-5685. Hit me with a what's up DP, and then your comments, questions, status, whatever you want to share. Do that there, and we can do that. Ruxin from the Sartor Heyman text line says, I have a question connected to the conversation yesterday. How do you stay positive with individuals that keep failing? This happens to me a lot. I guess you have to know the expectation. Positive is easy because nobody's trying to fail. So And here's the thing. My rule for coaching is this. I love my players harder after a loss than I do after a win. Because after a win, after success, everybody loves them, and there's not a question that they're loved. But when they fail, when they lose, when there's a lesson, they need your love more than ever. So you can love them and still want better for them. So I don't look at it as failing. It's, you say lose or learn. I either win or I learn. Well, they're learning, and they're learning until they know. That's why when we talk about Husker football, I just want them to do better. I want better for them. I want better for them. I want them to figure out how to effort in better for them. The whole failure thing, no, it's just reroutes. It's just reroutes. You hang in there, Ruxin, because that's kind of the move, man. Squeak says, "What's up, DP? Went to college with Usman. Yeah, man, he's got a big week coming. That's a big one." Mark Onweiler says, "Shout out to Corey's dad. Outstanding." Outstanding. Taylor, congratulations, bro. Congratulations on the new gig. Greatly appreciate it. Don says, "Hey, DP, what's up? Thank you for being a beacon of betterment on the radio waves." Yeah, I just, the other stuff's available. Like, you can be bitter and yell and rant and rave, but I'd rather be in a good spot and have folks come because they know love is welcome here. That's pretty simple. So thank you. Ben, I'll check out Mindhunter and see if that's really Rico. What's up, DP? I have an employee that's had a rough week. We're going to do that if you reach out, Don, reach out and get with Nick, because if you can get here by 6:00 today, we can do something for you. So, and again, this is what we do. Compliments to certified Piedmontese who take care of us on a day-to-day and week basis from 4 to 6 o'clock. And we're going to take some time today and just make things, a little better for folks. We can talk about Husker football, and we will. We'll talk about Husker basketball. It's a big week on Tuesday. Big weekend for them to get prepared, because these final days of fine-tuning and getting the injuries taken care of and getting, the film study starts now where they can look directly at Western Illinois and the young ladies and their opener as well. They open Tuesday at noon. I'll be hanging out over there, as a matter of fact, to go see the Lady Huskers do their thing. They play Tuesday at noon. They don't play at night. They play at noon. The men play at 7 on Monday. So you have both season openers, both home season openers for Huskers basketball, men's and women's, at PBA on Tuesday. Tickets are available. Get them. Get your tickets. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We'll bounce back and forth over that. But Tuesday night, so that'll be good. From the text line, Seth says, "What's up, DP? What's up, Seth? I'm at a loss here. Should I shift my standards that I've had for 10 plus years for the Huskers football team, or should I continue to have high standards just to get let down each week?" Be a fan, Seth. Be a fan. And being a fan allows you to have the high standards and have the valley of emotion. That's part of why we get on the ride. It's not, nobody's supposed to win all the time, right? You're just not supposed to. Alabama doesn't win all the time. Clemson doesn't. Look at Clemson. Clemson doesn't win all the time. That's not how this thing is set up. So root like crazy. Wear the colors. Have your chest out, right? Yell at the top of your lungs, whether you're at home or in the stadium or in the streets of Haymarket. Out loud. Man, love out loud. Do it. But when they aren't successful, you're okay feeling like, man, I wish they did better, because you're wanting that for them, like you're wanting that for your neighbors and the alumni and the kids themselves and the coaches. You want them to have that sort of success. Don't internalize it. It's not. I look at it like, oh, it's not. Me. Not me. I'll feel it. When the Huskers win, I feel it. When they lose, I feel it. But it's not me. I don't control it. So the moment I recognize I don't control it, then I can put it down. I can put it down. But root like crazy. Love them, man. They're easy to love, but they're very frustrating. That's kind of what love is. That's kind of how it works. I did want to share this really simply. You're at that time of year where the prognosticators will tell you where your basketball team will finish. And today, Andy Katz hit us with this one. You ready for this? He guesses, he prognosticates that the 3 of the 10 seeds BYU, Seton Hall, and drumroll, Nebraska. He's pegged Nebraska as being a 10 seed in the tournament. So they will make the tournament and come in as a 10 seed. And to give you some idea, right? BYU and Seton Hall, that the 9 seeds are Rutgers, West Virginia, and St. Bonaventure. 8 seeds, Virginia Tech, Louisville, and Tennessee. So that puts you in the lane. If you really want to know what was behind it, and this is a fair line, that Oregon State, San Diego State, Colorado State would be 11 seeds. And if you base it on that, they're in the right space. They're in the right space. Talent-wise, they're in the right space. Good stuff. Let's see here. Tommy Gunn, thank you for that. We'll get to it because I really do. Seth says, I don't want you to think I don't love them, always have, always will. It just makes me sad. But that's part of being a fan. You're absolutely right. That's what being a relationship is like. You love, and sometimes you get frustrated because it's not perfect. But things aren't built to be perfect. Very few things are built to be perfect. Simple. From Tommy Gunn, first of all, this is an article that was shared, and it was from Saturday's Tradition. And again, sometimes you have to really point out and consider the source, right, and what they're giving you. This is, first of all, he has not led Nebraska to a bowl game since being hired. Do you know how many of the 63 Power 5 teams haven't been to a bowl game in that span? Just 8. Nebraska, Rutgers, Maryland, Texas Tech, Kansas, Oregon State, UCLA, and Arizona. After the season, that number will be 3 or 4. Nebraska, Arizona, and Kansas are locks, plus I'm guessing either Rutgers or Maryland. But they're playing each other in week 13 unless the loser can pull up an upset before then. It's kind of unbelievable when you think about it. Nebraska plays in the Big Ten West, which is by far the easier side of the Big Ten. Again, people, you like I'm fair to this, that you can't be mad at facts. Opinions are one thing. You don't be mad at facts. Don't. Just hope that they get better. Andrew says, I think we get to 16 to 18 wins. Should obviously be in the tournament. Scott Firth says, harvesting and how I'm listening to the ticket. Thank you, fellows. Scott, appreciate you. Harvesting and Hallam. Okay, good deal. I like that. I like that. Scott, next time you're in the city, stop by. Next time you're in Lincoln, stop by. We'll hook up the guys that are watching and listening and taking care of things. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's interesting. Folks start talking about, right, Husker basketball in a positive light. Again, it could all fall apart. But what we can speak to is the work that's being put in, and then what we think it will look like. And again, the same rules will apply. That they will have additional pressures and burdens, but I think they're actually looking forward to this, that they want the expectation of doing something different and exceeding. You know? That's why I understand the whole, hey, 6-6 in football. But 6-6 in football is not 6-6 in basketball. Those programs are not the same, nor do they have the same expectation. But if Husker basketball goes 500 in Big Ten Conference, there should be confetti flying in the Haymarket. But that's just that. Lots to look at when you talk about this particular ball game tomorrow, and the things that Ohio State does well and the things that they don't do well. And I took some notes, and so again, the film studies are there, and it's just you watch the game tomorrow, have a little bit of this in your back pocket, right? Ohio State will run this thing through. They'll run their jet sweep against Nebraska to the short side of the field and wide side. So you'll have to pay attention. This is one of those things that Garrett Nelson is going to have a big day in setting the edge versus C.J. Stroud. If you do not set the edge strong and you're not consistent in it, C.J. Stroud will break you open. Deep over route and tight end game will work against Ohio State. Those are things that Nebraska have in their pocket. Again, we know that Nebraska doesn't have the recent history of doing all the things that are good for them. But quick slants versus Ohio State are money. Penn State did it with high efficiency, but Nebraska does it better. And Ohio State, Nebraska hasn't done it perfectly, but they do it better than Penn State does, and Penn State had success with it. Yep. It'll be an interesting battle. Watch this defense on open field tackling. Ohio State has playmakers at every skill position, and let me tell you, they are spectacular. If the black shirts come up, wrap up, get them to the ground, good things, it'll be a better day for the black shirts. If they miss tackles in that space, my goodness gracious, cringe. I know Nebraska fans hate to hear these words, but there's a thing that Nebraska is familiar with that Ohio State is not good at defending. The swing pass. The swing pass to the backfield, Ohio State will give that up and make it easy for them as long as you get the ball over the edge rushers. Martinez's feet is a threat to Ohio State. Not a shocker, but of course, if he's healthy, Martinez and his feet will break down Ohio State defenders. They do not want to see Adrian Martinez using his feet to get upfield. It will make them panic. You can also run the bubble screen. Ohio State trusts its corners to be able to make plays and shut things down out there. But, Nebraska can get it into the hands of the receiver quick enough to get his eyes upfield. He's going to have half a block and one man to beat, and he'll have the opportunity to do something with it. Great matchup will be, Nebraska's defensive backs versus Ohio State's receivers. How you defend them is important, whether it's capped with safeties on either side, half the field, so safeties will take away. But if you leave the middle of the field open, Ohio State will bust you up behind the linebackers. But if you get deep drops, then you're going to make them throw in front of you, and then you have to make a tackle. You don't want them to be behind. Corey, by the way, your dad came by. We got it done. The running game. Look, we know that Superb Adrian adds to the running game. We know that Superb Adrian can break down defenses in pass drop, right? That he can get them to turn shoulders and turn the back of their heads. Again, if you're running tight ends behind the linebackers have to stop facing Adrian. I'll just repeat that because it drives me crazy that they don't use it. Bringing tight ends to linebacker space. If they're in front of the linebackers, again, it's an easy pitch and catch. But if they're behind the linebackers, those linebackers have to turn to run with those tight ends to see where they are and to locate them. Unless they're in a zone. Even in the zone, they're going to backpedal, but at least Adrian will have eyes on them. As long as they're not sitting up just outside the pocket, Adrian can go to work and put them in difficulties. And if he steps up and they step up with him, he can throw over them and behind them to the tight ends. Safeties will have to be aware. You have to be aware where their safeties are. But if the safeties are back there, they're not going to be in run support, and that should allow Nebraska to have some success running the ball in the traditional running back sense. Put those linebackers under duress. The linebackers struggled against tight ends. I repeat, they struggle against good tight ends. They struggle. This should be one of those high-volume, high-attempt days with tight ends as targets. Should be. Line play will be important. And look, the game will be won or lost up front. Holding penalties, false starts. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. No false starts. Don't move the chains backwards. Don't cost them big plays from holding calls. Don't do it. Circle the name Logan Smothers. At some point, you may see him Saturday. And what they do with him, what I would imagine that they put him in the game to do, knock on wood, hopefully it's not an injury situation for Adrian, but I think if he's out there, he can put his foot in the ground and make things happen with his feet. And he will make them change their defenses. We'll find out tomorrow morning early on the injuries and how everybody's really doing. We'll watch them at pregame and we'll see how's Martinez moving. How are the receivers moving? Things to know. Injuries will play a factor. They always do. Always do. Ohio State's offense is spectacular. They can throw the ball deep. They can throw this outer third. They use every pocket of the 15 pockets they can throw to. They literally scheme all 15 pockets that they can throw to, which means of the 11 that you can defend, there's 4, and they are pretty quick and decisive about if they are running against one of the 4 spots that you aren't defending. But they've struggled in short yardage. They've struggled in the red zone. They have been undisciplined in some of those spaces. Sound familiar? The kicking game is good. Their return game is good. But Nebraska has a chance. They have a legitimate chance. They also have the possibility and the potential to get run out of Memorial Stadium. Both are true. Back to the text line. Ross says, what's up, DP? What's up, Ross? My take is Eduardo Andre has to play a big role this year on top of our guard play to make a good run. What are your thoughts on him and his development thus far? Eduardo flashes. He flashes hard. There are plays and moments where he flashes that he is a legitimate Big Ten big. The question is, when he doesn't flash, does he get inside his own head and does it slow him down? Sometimes when he struggles, he gets frustrated. He's got good hands normally. When he doesn't have good hands, it bothers him a little bit. But when he's got it going, he projects as a legitimate Big Ten big next year. Fantastic. But I think that Derek Walker and Wilhelm Breidenbach will get more run at that spot, and I think they'll get them through. And also remember, you can use Latman down there too. Ken Palm has us predicted at 14-7. Do you have a higher expectation at this point? Yes, I do. Higher than 14-7. Do I have a win total? No, but higher than 14. That's what higher than 14. 14's a number of things have gone monumentally wrong. And they will be the first ones to tell you that. Has that happened? It's gone wrong. I'll repeat this. They have opportunity to be successful. They also have the opportunity to get run out of their own building. Either way, we'll be here. And remember, tomorrow, pregame starts at 8:30. Goes right until kickoff. We'll be at Tipsy Tina's right down at Haymarket. Come by, say hi, hit me with a what's up. You know the deal. Whole high five, slap, hug, whatever, however we get down. You guys are on your way to the game, stop by. And then after the game, take a call-in show immediately following the game for 90 minutes. And then after that, Jake Sorensen and I will be at Tanner's. And we'll take you through a little bit later in the evening with some raffles and some breakdown. Looking forward to tomorrow. Also looking forward to Monday. We'll be at Upside Bar and Lounge. Coming up, we'll talk to one of the owners. Elena will join us from Upside Bar and Lounge. We'll talk about that next.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The weather has changed, and now it's time to adjust your footwear to change along with it. Stop into Brown's Shoe Fit at 66th and Q to get ready for cooler temperatures and fashion trends. They're stocked with Hey Dudes, Brooks, New Balance, Danner boots, Keen or Merrill hiking boots, and plenty of other options. Plus, they have Nordic beach jackets and Bindle tumblers to take to the gym with your new athletic shoes. So get to Brown's Shoe Fit today at 66th and Q.
Happer and Schaefer
we're not a great team, we're a good team. You didn't play a great team on Saturday. You played Purdue. Stop talking about talent. Just stop. Like, whether it's him, whether it's people in the media, whether it's your barber, just don't talk to me about talent anymore. Talk to me about why the fact your team doesn't feel like it can win when it plays Purdue at home.
Weekday mornings from 8 to 11 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Early break with Sip and Jake.
I think almost everybody wants Frost to succeed, and that's what creates a lot of the discomfort.
But you want him to deserve the time to do it. Right? Give us, I want Frost to succeed, but I also want you to go deserve the time.
I understand
it takes to do so.
But the vast majority of the fan base wants this to work, right? And that's a lot of what creates a discomfort.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning.
Dreaming of the perfect kitchen? More room for entertaining? Today, the Johnsons got both and saved by consolidating their debt. With a home equity line of credit, you can borrow money as you need it, have flexible payment options, and pay interest on only the money you're using. If you have equity in your home, the possibilities are endless with a home equity line of credit. What will you decide to do? Get started by visiting LibertyFirstCU.com today. Approval required. Equal opportunity lender. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batstoRats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
Alanos businesses need reliable communication, both at the office and at home. Now more than ever. Just listen to Bill Mitchner from Lighthouse.
Before we'd have breaks in service, especially for internet, but we've never had any issues with Allo. So we've been there and available when we needed it.
At Allo, supporting your business is our business. To get your free quote and switch today, visit allofiber.com/workfast or call 402-480-6685 today.
The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef is Lincoln's newest full-service butcher shop, offering premium fresh-cut steaks and house-made sausages daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They exclusively carry certified Piedmontese beef raised right here in Nebraska. When shopping at the Mercado, you're not only supporting local, but also enjoying the official beef of Nebraska Athletics. With prime-grade tenderness and unparalleled nutritionals, your backyard barbecue is about to get a serious upgrade. Stop into the Mercado today, located off 84th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric has been serving Lincoln and Southeast Nebraska for over 50 years. They've been a trusted name to deliver honest, quality services you can count on. It's always important to know someone you can trust, whether it's for your home or your business. Action is well established and offers convenience and reliability, always committed to a job done right. Give them a call or visit their website at actionlincoln.com. Action, your proud sponsor of the Ticket Postgame Show.
Tom and Bach.
Nebraska, they have a 17% chance to beat Ohio State.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. All those computer models are predictors. I don't know where they get them. It's just some guy that they asked down the hallway. Hey, Sam, how much of a chance does Nebraska have to win this week? 17%.
I think they just dust off the old BCS computer and reboot it. See what kind of numbers it spits out.
Yeah, it's not doing anything.
Weekdays from 11 to 2 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back, old school on a Friday. And again, we're about making smiles and getting through what's been a busy week. And a big part of that is events. And tomorrow night, UFC, after Huskers game, UFC 268, that's a big one. The rematch is there. And if you need a place to watch it, the place you should go to is Upside. Let's bring in Elena from Upside Bar and Lounge. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah. So
Friday.
Right, it's Friday. I know, like high stress. You're busy. You're doing like 438 things at a time.
Yep, always.
Okay, so before we get into the promotional stuff, how many companies do you work for?
Oh gosh, jobs.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, anybody that knows me, I can't even count. I would say I think there's maybe 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just doing numbers for everybody in Lincoln.
Yep. Few bars, numbers. I just have a lot of work I like to do. I can't stop.
Yeah, look, I'm a member of the Overwork Club, so I get it. But I find it fascinating. I was like, wow, she's really doing it. So so we had the event there a couple of weeks ago. Were you surprised by it at all? Was there anything that you wanted to do better? Like, people there, they love the tacos. Everybody had a good time. Most people hung out for a while. Like, it was kind of surprising that people hung out for that many, like, 3 hours worth.
Yeah, that's kind of when you come to our place, it's just kind of how it is. You kind of just get stuck there, but not in a bad way. Just because you're having a good time, you're comfortable, you lose track of time, and that's what I love about it. You get to really know people, and because they're there for hours. Yeah, the taco bar helped. Like, free food always helps.
Yeah, that's a constant. So Nick's been doing the Nick trivia, and it's fantastic. But we need to get him down to your bar one of those nights that you guys have trivia, because Nick he will sing for us.
Nice.
So the question is to have him come down and kind of sing for you guys. It's pretty funny to have him do hip hop.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We're
up for anything.
Yeah. Well, that's Nick. That's Nick's deal. So why UFC? Why is that becoming such a big thing for you guys?
We kind of want to stand apart. You got to in the bar and restaurant industry, you need a reason for people to want to come see you.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just something. Heather, one of the owners, is a huge fan. I loved it. I kind of stopped watching for a little while, but I loved it as well. So it kind of was an easy go-to for us, and we've just been doing it by word of mouth and Facebook and friends, and it's been really big. So I think tomorrow is hopefully going to be our best yet. So,
well, with that, so Derek Minner is a friend of the show, so he signed some gloves for you to give away.
Awesome.
You can either give them away tomorrow, Saturday night, or Monday night, whatever way you want to do it. There have been a lot of folks who are interested in this card because one of you and Carney's own is in the feature. That Usman is a local guy, and he has a big fan base that follows. So I would expect that you guys have a pretty good night Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm excited. So we've got a few new girls coming in as well, along with our regular crew, and I think they're going to experience what it can be like on one of those crazy, chaotic,
What's it
nights.
like? What was the last one like?
I would say our biggest UFC fight. You're just nonstop. You're just running around. You're trying to find anything and everything you can do. We shut off food at 9, so that helps. We're just doing drinks, and then we'll do like chips and salsa or something easy like that people can order to keep stuff in their bellies while they're drinking. But it's a lot of fun. Everybody's just riled up and having a good time, and there's been also on the fights lately, there's been a lot of breaking of bones. And it's been
it really has.
Yeah, you can just hear the whole bar go, oh. Yeah.
So how big is the place? What do you guys capacity wise?
We're just under 100.
Okay.
Yep.
So there's plenty enough room, and that's seated and standing. So you've got plenty of stand around room. So it's not really a big
And it's
deal.
right in front of the bar. Our biggest standing area is our dart area, but obviously people aren't playing darts when we're that busy, just for that little bit of time. But you can see the bar. We've got a bunch of TVs everywhere. No matter where you're at, you can see multiple TVs, and we'll have the sound on, so you'll be able to hear the fights, and it's pretty fun. It gets pretty exciting.
I love UFC bars. I just think there's not enough of them. Those crowds always have a different energy than football. It's a little different because you never know what's going to happen or when it's going to happen. So you kind of have to pay attention, and it's not bad. Monday Night Football. So we will be there with Nicole Griffin Monday night from 6 to 8. We're sending, there are going to be some Husker players and athletes down there. They're going to be there. Nicole's going to broadcast from there. Connor Happer will be there. I will be there for the first hour, and then I got to hustle tail and get some other work done. But I'll be there as well. There'll be tons of people from the staff there as well. So you were excited about this Monday, though. Heather is a Steelers fan.
Yes, she is a huge Steelers fan. if you ever get to talking with her on Facebook, there's a lot of back and forth with her and anybody else. Like she will go head to head and find something to say about the Steelers.
Well, we went through and I made a call and got Juju Smith-Schuster signed a jersey and is sending it down. So we'll have that for you. We'll have some Husker gear to get away for you guys to give away. And then you guys threw in some really cool stuff last time.
Yeah, we had a cooler. Miller was a big. They gave us a lot of stuff to give away. Budweiser, I believe Coors Light as well. So we've got still some leftover shirts. We do have a Twisted Tea like chair.
Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of a fun one.
Yeah.
A folding chair kind of thing, like camping one or whatever.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I believe CJ Wilcher won the cooler.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool prize. So.
Yeah. Oh, you made his month. Like he was still talking about it yesterday. So it's kind of cool that thing happened. So you'll have a taco bar.
Well, we have tacos on special on Mondays.
Yeah, taco special on Mondays.
Yes.
Okay.
So 50-cent hard shell tacos, $1 soft shell tacos.
What?
So it's you can eat for really cheap on Mondays, and that's every Monday, not just this Monday.
Oh my goodness gracious! So tacos are every Monday.
Yes,
and
every Monday, and margaritas too.
What do you charge for margaritas?
$3.
See that? Come on. Look, that's going to be dangerous. I'm imagining people are going to line up for that.
Yeah, we're getting a bigger crowd now. We've got some advertising out there, and it just keeps building every week. We're actually bringing more people on Mondays, more than we've ever had before. So,
are you finding enough talent to work the bar when it's busy?
We're getting there. Yeah, we're just like every other bar. There's some staffing shortages, but I mean, I'll pick up hours. Heather picks up hours whenever we need to. You'll find me there a lot in the next few weeks.
From the text line, Gabe says their tacos are amazing. See, okay, see, people are paying attention.
Yep,
they're paying attention. What else is offered there? As a matter of fact, I do want to. There are a couple of people I want to introduce you to later this week. One with the folks from Beatrice Bakery. I want to hook that up because they'll take care of you. But there's some folks that said, look, if she has food issues, we might be able to help her.
Okay.
And they'll do the work for you. And it might be another way to help you out.
Absolutely.
And, keeps it there. What's the rest of the week like for you guys when you're not doing UFC?
Tuesdays are one of my favorites. It's music bingo. And we've got
music bingo.
Yes.
Details.
So you get a bingo card. It's got songs on it. If the DJ guy plays the song on there, you mark it off, and you win prizes. You get half price drinks, $5 off drinks, and then at the end we usually have a little bit bigger of a prize or a $25 gift card or things like that, and free to play. And it's also burger night, so I'm usually in the kitchen cooking the burgers.
What's the menu? What do you guys normally?
We've got everything from nachos and chips and cheese, salsa, guac, some chicken taquitos. We've got some new cheesy bread, just dip with marinara. My favorite are the burgers, the tacos. We serve the tacos all week long.
Okay.
They're just not as cheap as on
Gotcha.
Monday.
Gotcha. So Nikki the Kid over here is the karaoke king, right? That's his jam. Is there a night where we could send him down there to kind of be the party starter?
I would say, a Wednesday or Friday, as long as we have darts on Wednesdays and Thursdays, but it's only every other.
Do you have leagues?
We do. Yeah. We got leagues. We just had them last night. It was a really good night for us. Very busy. So a lot of fun. So it brings in new faces, which is always a good time. But yeah, any of those nights that we don't have dart leagues going on would be fantastic.
How do folks find you guys on social media? Where are you at?
Facebook, Instagram, and I just got Twitter started, so bear with me.
We're dragging you into the new millennium. Like I said, come on, Elena, come on.
I'm like, I don't really understand this, but I mean, it seems like all the others, but I guess I'll get with the program. It's fine.
It's whoever you invite into your pool is who shows up in your pool. That's the one thing about Twitter is be careful who you invite to you because.
I'm sure I'll do something wrong. It'll be fine.
No, that'll be the best part, though. Those mistakes are fantastic. But on Instagram, do you guys share pictures and that sort of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
It should be. I was kind of having trouble today. I think it's connected to the Facebook, but something wasn't posting, but I'm working on it.
Okay.
It just might take me a little bit to figure it out.
So Monday, 6 to 8, Upside Bar and Lounge, 27th and Pine Lake. What else do they need to know about this space that night, anytime during the week? What do you want to tell them?
Just it's a really fun place to be in. It's just casual. It's laid back, just hang out. And I promise you probably won't leave as soon as you thought you were gonna. You'll probably stay longer.
We were there for I think we were there for 4 hours and had a blast.
Yeah.
So there's that. It's a big weekend.
Yeah.
So UFC on Saturday night. If you're looking for a place to watch the fight, Upside Bar and Lounge is the place. And then Monday, 6 to 8, we will be down there. 93.7 The Ticket will be broadcasting from there. Nicole Griffin will be there. Connor Happer will be there. I'll be there. Probably make Nicky the Boy show up there, do his thing. It'll be a big weekend at Upside Bar and Lounge.
Yeah, we're excited.
I'm coming out there tonight.
Look at him go. See,
I'm going tonight.
See, he's
a couple
all
buddies and I want to head out there tonight.
There you
So
go.
Awesome.
we'll be
I'm
there.
working. You'll see me.
I will be
So-
there. Play some Keno.
you
Need to
guys,
win big.
they were so funny. He and Connor, they were playing during the event. It's like, what are you guys doing? They were over there beating each other up.
Oh,
So,
it's so much fun.
well, it's going to be fun. Thank you for making time for us on a Friday.
thank you.
I'll see you this weekend.
Hey, see ya.
That's it. More. Nick, I think you have tickets to give away. We'll do that.
I do.
Next.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning. Now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill has been your go-to in South Lincoln for years, and their second location in downtown Lincoln is now open. Rosie's downtown spot is Lincoln's premier Nebraska party bar with the Sidetrack Band every Friday night of home games and all day for Nebraska home football games. With 34 TVs that are 65 inches or bigger, you'll always have a great view for all the games. Make sure to check out the new Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, now open in downtown Lincoln at 10th and P.
The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef is Lincoln's newest full-service butcher shop, offering premium fresh-cut steaks and house-made sausages daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They exclusively carry certified Piedmontese beef raised right here in Nebraska. When shopping at the Mercado, you're not only supporting local, but also enjoying the official beef of Nebraska Athletics. With prime-grade tenderness and unparalleled nutritionals, your backyard barbecue is about to get a serious upgrade. Stop into the Mercado today, located off 84th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Alanos businesses need reliable communication, both at the office and at home. Now more than ever. Just listen to Bill Mitchner from Lighthouse.
Before we'd have breaks in service, especially for internet, but we've never had any issues with Allo. So we've been there and available when we needed it.
At Allo, supporting your business is our business. To get your free quote and switch today, visit allofiber.com/workfast or call 402-480-6685 today.
Welcome to Friendly Neighbors. Welcome to maintenance-free living. Welcome to Carriage Glen. Welcome home. It's everything you'd want in an active 55-plus rental community right here in Lincoln. Spacious floor plans, numerous amenities, beautiful surroundings near Holmes Lake, and much more. Plus, with Carriage Glen's current move-in special, you can save thousands if you act now. Carriage Glen invites you to take a personal tour or visit them online at carriageglenoflincoln.com. Discover the place you'll love to call home.
The weather has changed, and now it's time to adjust your footwear to change along with it. Stop into Brown's Shoe Fit at 66th and Q to get ready for cooler temperatures and fashion trends. They're stocked with Hey Dudes, Brooks, New Balance, Danner boots, Keen or Merrill hiking boots, and plenty of other options. Plus, they have Nordic beach jackets and bindle tumblers to take to the gym with your new athletic shoes. So get to Brown's Shoe Fit today at 66th and Q.
Are you one of those people who thinks it's okay to drive stoned? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You end up driving below the speed limit? It's no big deal, right? Wrong. The truth is, your reaction times slow way down when you're high. you not only put yourself in danger, but everyone around you. Talk about a buzzkill. Stop kidding yourself. It's not okay to drive high. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
When everything is changing, you need a store that's a constant. A store that has the brands your family loves and the value that you need. A store where you can stock up, pick up, and drive up. A store that's close to home and feels like home. A store that puts the health and safety of you and your family above all else. And a store that's always here to help. At Kohl's, we don't know what next year will look like. We just know that we'll be here for you no matter what. Kohl's, here today, here to stay. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Angry about a recent Nebraska football loss? Go throw axes at Kraft Axe Throwing. Optimistic about the upcoming Nebraska football game? Go sign up for free football tickets at Kraft Axe Throwing. Bring some friends, reserve a bay for an hour or more, release anger at the targets by hucking an axe at it, and walk away feeling better about yourselves and the football season just in time to enter for a chance to win a free pair of tickets to the next home game as you walk out the door. Reserve your lane online at craftaxethrowing.com or call 402-802-9696. Kraft Axe Throwing at 18th and N in Lincoln.
Happer and Schaefer.
We're not a great team. We're a good team. You didn't play a great team on Saturday. You played Purdue. Stop talking about talent. Just stop. Like, whether it's him, whether it's people in the media, whether it's your barber, just don't talk to me about talent anymore. Talk to me about why the fact your team doesn't feel like it can win when it plays Purdue at home.
Weekday mornings from 8 to 11 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Call now. 402-464-5685. More smiles. You know why? Pair of tickets to see the Huskers and Buckeyes. Trivia Nick has one locked and loaded for you. Again, call in and, remember the first person may not get it right. So line yourselves up. This is Huskers football, right?
It is.
Huskers football.
The trivia question is, who has the longest punt return for Nebraska football?
Pretty simple. Or is it? Or is it? All right. Is it simple? Who we got?
Who's this?
This is Bofus.
Bofus. What's up, Bofus? Do you know the answer to that question? Who has the longest punt return for the Huskers this year?
Oliver Martin.
All right, Bofus.
Just balling. Bofus, congratulations. You just won a pair of Husker Buckeyes tickets for tomorrow. Stop by the station, pick them up. Well done.
All right. I have to go?
You don't have to. Bofus, if you don't want to go, make somebody else smile and give them tickets to the game. They'll go.
No. I gave my son is a student at UNL. He's a freshman, and he asked me for tickets last night, so I'm giving him my pair. And I'll go to the game.
There you go,
I'll pick
brother.
my dart.
There you go, brother. Appreciate it. You have a great Friday night and enjoy the game tomorrow.
All right, man. Have a great weekend, guys.
You too. And see, there you go. Get your
Man,
wins in.
I was trying to stump him a little bit.
He was on top, man. He was on fire with it. He was waiting for you. He was like,
what a shame.
Bro, this was a layup. That was a layup. Well done. Well done, Bo. Look, come on, man. I'm not even mad at it.
I was a little disappointed because I was kind of hoping. I mean, the first one went on and on, and I was kind of hoping for that again.
Well, I was gonna do 3 for the win, but I thought that, like,
That's tough.
I get down the lane and I like,
Yes.
I go deep and they don't handle it well. So, from the Starter Heyman text line, Harold says, "What's up, DP? Just wanted to thank you for the kind gifts. Emotional eating is never a bad thing at this time, and I'm sure my whole family will enjoy it. Again, thanks to all of you for helping me get through my days." That's what we're here for, bro. We're here to help us get through. That's why we hang out. This is just a meeting place for us to hang out, talk, get to know one another, and care about each other. It ain't that deep otherwise. Like, there's a million people that could talk about football, but or basketball, but if you're not connecting you're not connecting, folks, you're wasting your time. Like, there's no point in being amplified if you're not going to add something good. But that's just me, and that's where I'm at. There's lots of stuff, and then in those numbers that you talked about, right? So I was dancing around on Huskers.com as well.
Don't do it, DP.
Oh no, I was on it, right? I was on it
Don't do
anyway.
it.
I was on it anyway. So like, if I asked you who leads teams in tackle for loss, that was my trivia question.
Oh,
tackles for loss.
Reimer? Maybe Garrett Nelson?
Garrett Nelson.
Okay.
Garrett Nelson with 9.5. Jojo Doman with 8.
Oh.
If I ask you who leads the team in sacks.
Is it Caleb Tanner?
It is not Caleb Tanner.
It's not D Boogie.
Nope.
I don't know.
It's Garrett Nelson.
Oh, okay, Garrett Nelson.
Right. Deontay Williams leads the team in interceptions. Who's second?
Oh gosh.
Deontay Williams has 4. Who's second? And how many?
Is it Cam with 1?
It's Cam with 1, Luke with 1, JoJo with 1, and Markel Dismuke with 1.
It's been a quiet season.
Right, to go through it. And then I made the mistake, right? That here's a quiet fact. So Pristip is averaging 44 yards a kick. Right? Like, I didn't even.
Yeah. Well, one of them really helped him out.
Well, but still, like, yeah,
Yes.
he had the 84-yarder. But still, it's like, wait a minute. You haven't been terrible. This is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
You get into fair catches and that sort of thing. But and then 34 touchbacks this season on kickoffs. 34 for 52.
When we are returning or
No,
when we're kicking.
When we're kicking.
And honestly, that was a complaint
Right.
from previous seasons, is
Right.
that we didn't have a guy that could kick it through the end
Right?
zone.
So we found that. It's always so funny. Returns, kickoff returns. This is so funny. This team has only returned 8 kickoffs.
Why am I not more caught off guard
Right.
when I hear that?
8 kickoffs, and the leading returner.
Oh no! Don't tell me. You better not say the name Cooper Jewett or Zach Winemaster.
Winemaster has the highest average per return at 20. At 20. There are 4 kick returners, and Winemaster his long was 20. Xavier Betts' long was 18. Alante Brown, his long was 18, and Ramir Johnson's long was 13.
Well, how would this place react on Saturday if Nebraska comes out and takes the opening kick back for a touchdown?
Oh, shut the door. Shut the door. Put a roof on it. Shut the door.
What happens?
Close it down. Close it down.
What happens to Memorial Stadium
Close it down.
at 11:03 tomorrow morning?
Close it down. Like, what's it like to have all the balloons released right away? Like, people have gotten comfortable. Like, people have gotten cramps in the hand holding balloons.
They just
right?
start taping them to
Right?
they just bring Scotch tape.
It's like, wait. So just imagine, like, if that happened, I'm not sure this building would be able to stand it. Like, the building
I don't know
would
what I
move.
do. I don't know what I do.
The building would move.
Because to think about all the things that have to go perfectly, executed perfectly on a kickoff.
It really doesn't, though.
Well, catch. You have to catch it. You have to not call for a fair catch. You have to not do a touchback.
I was look for kick returners. I didn't need 10 blocks to return kicks. I needed 2 blocks side by side, or 1 block and then another block beyond it. So I need one. I'm looking for 1 win. Once I catch it and start to go, I'm looking for 1 win. And by win, I just need one of my blockers to get his tail in a pocket, right? And I'm going to hit that pocket. Now, it would be helpful to have one more block beyond that or before that. But all I'm looking for, literally all I needed was one blocker for a win that I could get to on time. So it wasn't good for him to get his win when I had the ball at the 2-yard line. I need the win at the 16-yard line. That was always when I knew. And when I got to the 15, I knew, one, I knew what was open for business, and two, I knew what they were selling, right? Like I knew. And then once, if I got beyond the 20 standing straight up, I needed one block so that I could change direction. And then I was going to get the rule was hash numbers sideline. And if I ever got to the hash from the middle of the field, if I ever got to the hash, I was going to win.
Yeah.
I was going to win because that meant that I got through the first rush. Next level, I don't even need a block. Just get in his way.
Yeah.
Like just simply, I would
Slow
even
him down.
Don't even slow down. Have a conversation with him. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Tim, how you doing, bro? Like that's all I needed.
Yeah.
And then I was gone. It was out the gate. So bad returning is hilarious to me and sad at the very same time. It really, really is. So
if they return a kickoff tomorrow, I don't know what I'd do.
Yeah.
That's uncharted waters.
Yeah, I think that would be the right way to kick that off. Like, if you want to tell me you're getting better, that would be a really good way.
If they have two special teams touchdowns tomorrow, a kickoff and a punt return, I just may not show up Monday.
Yeah,
at that point you can't really blame me.
Oh yeah, no. I'm little rascals throwing money out the window, right? Like that's what it was. From the text line, just say the word DP and I will make Ohio State's equipment situation very difficult tomorrow. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's just let them win. Don't do that. Don't do damage. Not necessary. Let's root for although truth be told, if you had like Ben Gay spray that you can like get to their jock straps and just spray them just for grins and giggles, I'd be okay with that. That's just me. We'll throw it to break. Jay Foreman. We'll call it. Get your pad and pens ready. Jay's picks. Top of the hour. Up next. Froze up? I can hang here for a while. We need to give the.
It could start it in.
The weather has changed, and now it's time to adjust your footwear to change along with it. Stop into Brown Shoe Fit at 66th and Q to get ready for cooler temperatures and fashion trends. They're stocked with Hey Dudes, Brooks, New Balance, Danner boots, Keen or Merrell hiking boots, and plenty of other options. Plus, they have Nordic beach jackets and Bindle tumblers to take to the gym with your new athletic shoes. So get to Brown Shoe Fit today at 66th and Q.
The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef is Lincoln's newest full-service butcher shop, offering premium fresh-cut steaks and house-made sausages daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They exclusively carry certified Piedmontese beef raised right here in Nebraska. When shopping at the Mercado, you're not only supporting local, but also enjoying the official beef of Nebraska athletics. With prime-grade tenderness and unparalleled nutritionals, your backyard barbecue is about to get a serious upgrade. Stop into the Mercado today, located off 84th and Havelock in Lincoln.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
Are you dragging through each day? Most people are dehydrated or deficient in essential vitamins, minerals, and more. Live Hydration Spa helps you get more out of your life with their IV hydration treatments to help with anti-aging, weight loss, endurance, and more. Their performance packages can help you feel better doing your normal daily routine with boosts of energy and vitality, an increase in immunity, and quicker athletic recovery. Call today for an appointment at 402-413-2042 or walk in at 71st and Pioneers. Live Hydration Spa.
Welcome to Friendly Neighbors. Welcome to maintenance-free living. Welcome to Carriage Glen. Welcome home. It's everything you'd want in an active 55-plus rental community right here in Lincoln. Spacious floor plans, numerous amenities, beautiful surroundings near Holmes Lake, and much more. Plus, with Carriage Glen's current move-in special, you can save thousands if you act now. Carriage Glen invites you to take a personal tour or visit them online at carriageglenoflincoln.com. Discover the place you'll love to call home.
The faculty and staff of Wilber-Claytonia School District asks, would you hold a child's hand while crossing a busy street? Well, think of the internet as the world's busiest street, and it's replete with predators and cyber bullies. Parents, make sure your student is neither victim nor victimizer. Monitor online visits and make sure they're not texting or talking while driving, biking, or walking. This important message is brought to you by Wilber-Claytonia School District, where the safety and welfare of our children is their number one concern. For information on our schools, call 402-821-2266 or visit wilberclaytonia.org.
Welcome back, Husker fans. Eustis Body Shop is happy to welcome the best fans in college football back to Lincoln. With Gold Class certified service, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustis Body Shop can call the right plays to keep you in the game. Whether it's in Lincoln at 88th and Highway 2 or at any of our other 5 locations across Nebraska, Eustis Body Shop can help get you back on the road. Go Big Red.
The most recommended Eustis Body Shop. That's who we are.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back to old school with DP and J. Presented by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We like the girls with the pumps in a butt. Pumps in a butt. Pumps in a butt. We like the girls with the pumps in a butt. Pumps in a butt. Pumps in a butt. We like the girls with the pumps in a butt. Pumps in a butt. Pumps in a butt. Give me the girls with the pumps in a butt.
Let's bring him in. Husker Hall of Famer Jay Foreman. About time on a Friday for Jay's picks. Get them ready. Get your pad and pen ready. He's about to drop knowledge for you. Jay Foreman, what's up?
What's poppin', man? I'm still like a little reeling from my Astros. I think what the Braves did, they came in and they bought all the trash cans in the greater Atlanta and Houston area, or whatever. But it's all good in the hood. The football picks are on and popping.
Okay,
like always.
Well, we got lots.
I'm gonna go ahead and spread. I'm gonna spread this for you people out here that don't understand Ebonics. I'm gonna go ahead and spread the ism, and the ism is just the knowledge. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some ism.
45-10, Jay Foreman. That is your current record. 45-10, straight up. This is how we get out. So let's have at it. I want to give you the opportunity to continue your legacy. 4-4, Denver Broncos traveled to Jerry World and faced the 6-1 Dallas Cowboys.
The Cowboys. Denver traded away their best player and Von Miller, their best asset, and so with that being said, they're reeling from it because when that stuff happens, it's not like a regular guy. Like say if I got traded or cut, this is a guy that's your franchise player that should probably get a statue outside of there. And plus, Dallas is actually just flat out better than Denver. So Dak is coming back, and so I think they are gonna beat the brakes off him.
4-4, the New England Patriots traveled to Charlotte to take on the 4-4 Panthers.
Oh, man, this is a hard game. I'm going to go with the Patriots, even though both teams had somewhat surprising victories, especially the way the Panthers, handled Atlanta, pretty easily on the road after they've been playing pretty bad. I know Christian McCaffrey either is back or close to getting back. But at the end of the day, I think the Patriots are better coach, more experience, X, Y, and Z. So I'm going with the Patriots.
The 3-4 Minnesota Vikings travel to Baltimore to face the 5-2 Ravens.
No, the Vikings. I think the Ravens are going to do it. I think they'll be well rested, and I think that the Vikings are. I think they're okay on offense. There's some turmoil there. I know Adam Thielen is agent, and they're a little bit upset about him not getting the ball, but it bodes well for you fantasy people out there. Adam Thielen will get overload of targets this week, but Baltimore Ravens as a team is a little bit too much for the Vikings, especially with Kirk Cousins and that facing that defense. I'm going to go with the Ravens.
This is a big one in the division. The 4-4 Cleveland Browns travel to Cincinnati to take on the 5-3 Bengals.
I'm going to go with the Bengals, and Odell Beckham Jr. will be released at some point in time next week. That again affects the locker room. I know Baker Mayfield tried to put the face on that he's not affected. Yeah, you are affected. Whether there's any truth to he's kind of freezing him out, or not, but at the end of the day, it's still on your mind. So, one of the things that the Bengals will do, that have learned, hopefully, is that they learn that, once you get a couple big victories and people have the spotlight on you, you're no more the huntee, you're the hunted. And so, a good reality check for them. They're playing home, and I expect them to, perform pretty well and win.
In the route of the day, Buffalo 5-2 travel to Jacksonville to take on the Fighting Myers of Jacksonville.
Yeah, this is a game where you can kind of get like that extra kind of like let down half a game, in that division. Even though New England's playing better, you don't want to go down to Jacksonville, even though Jacksonville's playing better, and stub your toe. So I think Buffalo, they're a team that's extremely focused. They're extremely motivated. Miami was a tough out last week. Miami was playing for pride, not to get embarrassed again, but I think they go down to Jacksonville and have a good game and win that one as well.
In Booty Bowl 2, Houston 1-7 travel to Miami to face the 1-7. So a battle of 1-7s, Houston and Miami. Who you got?
Oh, I'm going with Houston. Tyrod Taylor coming back, and he's a really good quarterback for Houston. But Miami is struggling. You know what? I almost broke my cardinal rule, man. I gotta check myself. I wish if I had a free hand right now, I would probably slap myself. So I'm gonna get back to reality. I think the Dolphins will win. Actually, their defense is better than Houston. Their offense has been playing actually pretty decent, and Houston's defense is ripe for the picking for Tua and company to have a good day, a great day, or in their circumstances. So I'm gonna go with the Dolphins, and I think Brian Flores is still really, regardless of what Jake. He's a fair weather coach fan, as you see, and you hear him early in the morning. But I'm going to go with Brian Flores because I think once he has the toughness and the mental wherewithal to rally his troops to get out of the depths of a losing streak.
The Las Vegas Raiders 5-2 travel to New York to take on the 2-6 Giants.
Ooh, I'm going to go with the Raiders. I think ever since the thing with Gruden, they've been, actually playing pretty well. And obviously they had an unfortunate incident with one of their players this week. And then so I think they're going to play well. I think they're better than the Giants, even though the Giants have shown some life. But I'm going to go with the Raiders. I like the way that they've kind of handled adversity. I think they're an extremely talented team. They're a tough team. Their defensive line, led by Crosby, is playing really well, which is obviously the weakness of the Giants as far as pass blocking and Daniel Jones. Fumble Jones or Butterfinger Jones or whatever you want to call him, regardless if it's home or away, is right for the picking. So I think that the Raiders will win. Too much offense, too much Whaler, and too much defensive line.
The Chargers at 4-3 travel to Philly to take on the 3-5 Eagles.
I'm going to go with the Chargers. And look, I wouldn't say you let themselves down, but they didn't play up to their capabilities last week at home. I don't know if they kind of overlooked New England or whatever, but they know they need to get back right. Kansas City winning on Monday night, shooting themselves in the foot with, obviously losing to New England and the way they lost to them. I think they're going to win the game, even though Philadelphia beat the brakes off of Detroit. And that was probably, in my picks last week, that was probably the most disheartening one, because not that Philly won, it's just how bad Detroit played. And they weren't even competitive, and that's not something that they've been doing all year.
In a game that a lot of people are going to talk about over the next 2 days, 7-1 Green Bay without Aaron Rodgers travel to Kansas City to take on the 4-4 Chiefs.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Even though the Chiefs have not looked good, even in beating the Giants Monday night, if the phantom face mask call doesn't get called, I think the Giants either get to overtime and possibly win that game. So ultimately, I think sometimes winning ugly is obviously better than losing ugly. I think the Chiefs will win. Aaron Rodgers has been playing good, and they've been kind of gutting it out with Aaron Rodgers' leadership. You got a new quarterback coming in that hadn't played. Right for the picking. The Chiefs had, I think, an excellent pickup in Melvin Ingram, the third grown man, as everybody calls him in the league. So that's going to help out the pass rush because they've been struggling getting home. So I think that the Chiefs will win. And the thing with Aaron Rodgers, I guess I'll just talk about it a little bit. I think the biggest thing with him is, just the ramifications. It's not just him. He's a grown man. He's able to do what he wants to do, whether he wants to be vaccinated or, in his case, immunized or whatever it is he did. But ultimately, when I'm thinking of just from a football standpoint, they lose this game and maybe another one because he might be out. Now you're behind the eight ball as far as getting home field advantage. And so the Cardinals having a home field advantage isn't as big as help as if you're at Green Bay because of the weather and is a factor and how well Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers play in that type of climate and those type of conditions. So if they're not able to beat the Chiefs, which I don't think they will be, I think it's going to be a huge loss that could come back to bite them in the butt later in the year and curtail their path to a possible Super Bowl run because they lost their best tight end last week. And then you lose your quarterback, and now you got a new quarterback coming in trying to hold it down, even though Devontae Adams is coming back.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. 7-1 Arizona travels to the 3-4 49ers.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an extremely close game, regardless of the record. But I think the Cardinals will win. I think that they had a eye-opening experience what it's like to be one of the top teams in the league this late in the year. So it's a learning experience. And then they get another big game on the road against the 49ers, who's having quarterback issues and a little bit of offensive issues. So I think the Cardinals learned their lesson, what it's like to be, on the center stage. And so that I think they're going to take the lessons learned and put on a good performance against the 49ers and pull that game out.
Sunday night, 6-2 Tennessee travels and faces the 7-1 Rams with the addition of Von Miller.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to go with the Rams because they've been actually playing most consistent all year. I know Tennessee, even though they lost Derrick Henry, signed Adrian Peterson, they're tough and actually have the formula or kryptonite to go against the Rams. But I think when you add Von Miller, who started to get hot, what I mean by hot is when, he was a little bit nicked up at the beginning of the year and then he started to get healthy. And, you combine him with Floyd and not Aaron Donald, it's going to help him in the run and pass. And then plus it's going to give Tennessee a lot to think about. And when you have Jalen Ramsey, who's able to go one-on-one with one of Tennessee's really good receivers, it gives the defensive coordinator chances to roll coverages, combo coverage, or whatever they want to do on the backside against whether it's Julio Jones or Brown. So I think the Rams will win, especially being at home. But Tennessee's still going to be a factor regardless of when Derrick Henry comes back or if he comes back.
Monday Night Football, the 3-5 Bears. Justin Fields travels to Pittsburgh to face the 4-3 Steelers.
No, the Steelers are just they're just under the radar, right? They Ben Roethlisberger, the offense kind of sputtered out of the gate. Now they start to get a little bit of flow to them, and you got drama in Cleveland. They beat Cleveland, and now they get a game at home where they can really get a leg up on some of the teams. And I don't think that they're too worried about the Buffalo Ravens, considering how good the defense of Pittsburgh is. So I think Pittsburgh pulls it out. It's going to be a tough game, but I'd like Pittsburgh beat Chicago. Justin Fields will give him a little trouble because of his ability to run the ball and get out there on the run. But a rookie quarterback going against that Pittsburgh defense is a recipe for disaster. And you have Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace as GM and coach, and that's also a recipe for disaster for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, it's going to be deep. Jay Foreman is on the phone. He is just given the NFL picks for the weekend. Let's jump into college football because some pretty good ball games on this weekend. Tonight, Utah travels to Stanford.
Oh man, that's gonna be a good game. Stanford's sneaky good. You know, those white and maroon uniforms are, you know, it has kind of rebounded. David Shaw, I swear, listen here. I think he's one of the top, you know, 10 coaches in all of land. I love him, and I like the way he does. So Utah is dealt with some unfortunate issues up there, but they're a physical team and they're under the radar as well. It's going to be a physical game, which, you know, you don't think normally happens in the Pac-12. So I'm going to go with Stanford. I'm going to go with the home team, but I wouldn't be surprised if Utah wins.
Yeah, it's going to be a brawl. Let's go through the Big Ten. Illinois travels to number 20 Minnesota.
Look, Illinois is playing better. Their defense is coming around, and I think that, you know, to be honest with you, I think they match up really well against Minnesota's running attack, and it's going to be interesting to see who runs the ball for Minnesota. They're on the fifth running back, and so there's only so many guys you can pull off the bench to hit, you know, 100 yards a game, and that's a big part of their offense. But I think overall Minnesota's a better team. It's going to be interesting to see how Minnesota deals right now with expectations that have been raised twofold. You got a coach that is making $5 million a year with a 7-year, you know, extension, and now you're ranked inside the top 20. You're the team that people are talking about that actually, you know, have a high percentage of winning the Big Ten West. This is a game, you know, kind of quote unquote the trap game, because Illinois, you know, provides enough problems running the ball and like on time, decent passing game that kind of can offset what Minnesota likes to do. And their defense of Illinois is playing, you know, better than it had in the beginning of the season. So I think Minnesota will pull it out, but I'm interested to see what the final score is and what the game looks like, because that will tell me a lot about Minnesota as you go down the stretch here, you know, leading to Indianapolis.
West Lafayette, number 3 Michigan State, travels to Purdue, 5-2.
You know, I think this game is a pick 'em per se if you're a gambler. So I think you could, you know, Purdue will, you know, I think Purdue isn't favored, Michigan State's favored. So I think the points with Purdue is probably a good bet. I think Michigan State's going to win this game. I think they're physical on the offensive line, can run the ball. The passing game is getting better every single week, and that defense is getting better every single week. And they are extremely focused. You know, they beat Michigan. Mel Tucker does a good job of starting things over come Monday, and I don't really think Purdue's overly that good, even though they're playing at home. They actually, and to be honest with you, I think Purdue is more dangerous on the road versus at home, and so I think that plays in the Michigan State, you know, out in their favor.
Number 21 Wisconsin travels to New Jersey to face Rutgers.
You know, this is going to be a tougher game than it looks. I think Rutgers is extremely well coached. They, you know, play well on special teams. You know, but I don't think they'll be able to handle this new two-headed monster running attack that Wisconsin has. Even though Graham Mertz was 11 of 22 last week, he was what he did last week against Iowa is not turn the ball over, in which that was been his, you know, Achilles heel, interceptions and fumbles. So I think they're trying to catch their rhythm. They're not fully in Wisconsin mode, but I think it's still too much for Rutgers because that Wisconsin defense is probably the best in the Big Ten, or at least playing the best right now.
Penn State travels to College Park to face the Terps. What do you got?
I look at it like this, man. I'm interested to see if Maryland takes on the mindset where they're not shaking hands. Look, this is kind of like a mini rivalry, even though Penn State generally dominates it. Mm-hmm. But they compete a lot for the best players in the DMV, and this game gets chippy real quick. And I think Penn State is right to the picking because Maryland's defense is improved, and I don't think Penn State's offense is as good as it was, you know, last week against Ohio State. Even though I think they probably have, if not the best receiver in the Big Ten, obviously one of the top 3. Maryland's offense is always dangerous, even though they, you know, have a ton of injuries. But I think Penn State will win. But I think Maryland gives them a run for their money. And I'm going to be interested to watch this game. I like the chippiness, and I want to see if Maryland comes out there with their hands behind their back and just let them know what time it is.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good one. Number 22, Iowa. It pains me to say that. Number 22, Iowa travels to Northwestern.
I think this is a get-right game for Iowa. Northwestern has been playing better. The Fighting Pat Fitzgeralds were going to come turn around, and I think after Nebraska, beat down, they kind of, woken up a little bit. But I think Iowa's defense is always there, so they're going to be able to shut down any type of offensive rhythm that Northwestern tries to start. But I think it's going to be a tougher game than it looks because Iowa's passing game has been atrocious, and that's just where it is right now. And I don't envision it getting any better. What Iowa does is run the ball, they'll control the clock, they'll play small ball, and the next thing you know, they win the game by 14 to 17 points. So I think Iowa wins the get right game, kind of get their feelings back, but it's not going to be an easy get right game. Northwestern's going to get it run for their money.
The final one from the Big Ten, Indiana travels to Ann Arbor to face number 7 Michigan.
With this, that's crazy. I think, Indiana's defense is good enough to kind of give Michigan some trouble, but Indiana's offense is not good enough to give Michigan any trouble. So I think Michigan wins this game. I think they're going to bounce back after, losing a big game and losing a lead. I think that is something to keep these guys focused because, the one thing about losing that game against Michigan State, everything that they want to do or accomplish is still there. So they got to beat Indiana to keep on the same track. So they're going to come out and show well. Indiana has not looked good all year or really as good as they were last year. So I think it's just another game for Indiana to kind of limp to the finish line and, get started on next year.
We'll jump to UFC. This is a big one. Rematch. Covington versus Usman. Who you like?
Usman. I like Usman. I think it was a tougher fight than I thought it would be the first time. Covington is he's a good promoter. He definitely needs his butt kicks. And I think we're going to beat him again. But it's going to be a good match. He's tough. He can take a beating, and Usman, I think, is a well-oiled machine. And he's extremely focused for a guy that's been on top or extending to the top in a very short amount of time. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And I'm going to be glued. I'm not a big UFC guy. I like to watch him. When a bigger fight, and this is one where two guys that got a little bit of history. Some guy crossing the line, and as far as you could promote the fight, but when you go kind of overboard, then it becomes personal. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, that man got his jaw broke last time talking smack. He should be real quiet this time.
Yeah.
He should give me 2 keys for Huskers Ohio State.
2 keys. One is Nebraska to be efficient on offense and play well on third down on defense. That they kind of go together. And so look, at the end of the day, keep the turnovers low and play up their capabilities, and it's going to be a heck of a game. I expect the guys to go out there and play well, compete, and obviously play to win. This is a winnable game here. You know what I mean? And so if they go out there and play up their capabilities, they're more than capable of winning the game. So it's going to come down to turnovers and not giving up big plays on defense and creating some big plays, which are there to be had again in the run and the pass against Ohio State. So you got to go out there and do it. You got to go out there and block guys. You can't just, you can't let this defensive line, run in Adrian or Vermeer or anything like that. You got to block them and make them earn it. Now, are you going to win every one-on-one battle? No, you're going to lose, but you got to win enough at certain parts of each play and have a couple of stalemates. And it's on the running back and the quarterbacks and the receivers to get open and make plays. So I think it's going to be a good game, and I think they're ready to play. I like the I always said I like the vibe of the team. I think these guys understand that they're battle tested. Look, they've played the hardest schedule in the nation. So stepping out here in this arena in a big game, and Ohio State has everything to play for, and they're going to come in here and play well because, they're on the outside looking in right now for the Bowl Championship Series. So this is a big opportunity for them. This is what you come to Nebraska for, playing these big games. And so if you like to compete and you love football, you're going to go out there and play well because you're going to represent yourself regardless of the record. And so, the spotlight's going to be on, the Nebraska and stuff like that. And I think Ohio State knows, obviously by watching the tape, that this is not your ordinary 3-6 team. And so Nebraska needs to go out there and make all their dreams become reality and, ideally win this game because they have been close but yet so far this year.
Jay, thank you, kind sir, for making time. We will probably, just to let you know, we set out a bounty for pictures of you at the game tomorrow smiling. The folks, Rick Meyer and the folks from Beatrice Bakery has offered cake to anyone who has pictures of you smiling at tomorrow.
Smiling. I won't be smiling. It's going to be on like a pot of neck bone. So the game face is going to be on. I think somebody see me today and they said, "Why you look so angry?" I said, "I got game." It's in your blood, man. When you play games and you know what's coming and you think about these games. You obviously playing in some big games. It's just in your blood. It's like when football starts, man. You start to get those juices going, even though then the reality sets in that I can't perform. But these games here, I want these players to go out there and play well. So I'm more or less like a quasi parent and hoping that they get to go out there and get some reality of their dreams. So if I see somebody take a picture, I guess I'll smile, give them a smirk a little bit. But I got 3 or 4 outfits ready. I have a different spot that I can't be spotted now because I've had some people scouting in some games and I have not been seen. So you better be on your game, people out there. Because I'm on to you, and I have found a way to maneuver. So if you want to call me the African American version of Kaiser Soze, you can have, instead of having "Where's Waldo," you can have "Where's Jay," and we can see what's up. And maybe you guys have Jay go out there and throw a sponsorship for that. We have the fan that gets the best picture. Jay Foreman, you can do the "Where's Waldo" type of deal.
Yeah, man.
So,
there it is. The challenge has been set.
Early game. I'll be up at 4:30 ready to go. So CP and Nick, I will be lighting your text messages up.
Yeah,
early and often.
Gauntlet throw. Here, have at it, man. We'll see you tomorrow, brother. Appreciate you.
All right, man.
That is Jay Foreman. Take pictures. Send pictures. Do that. We'll throw the break. More. We'll get ready for Ohio State. We'll do that next.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Early break with Sip and Jake.
I think almost everybody wants Frost to succeed, and that's what creates a lot of the discomfort.
But you want him to deserve the time to do it. Right? Give us, I want Frost to succeed, but I also want you to go deserve the time.
I understand
it takes to do so.
But the vast majority of the fan base wants this to work, right? And that's a lot of what creates a discomfort.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning. 93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Areas of fog this morning, then some clearing this afternoon. We'll top out near 62. South-southwest winds could eventually gust around 15 to 20. Patchy fog possible again tonight. We'll drop down to around 41 for the low. Clearing skies and a gorgeous Saturday on the way as we'll top out near 70 tomorrow. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you dragging through each day? Most people are dehydrated or deficient in essential vitamins, minerals, and more. Live Hydration Spa helps you get more out of your life with their IV hydration treatments to help with anti-aging, weight loss, endurance, and more. Their performance packages can help you feel better doing your normal daily routine with boosts of energy and vitality, an increase in immunity, and quicker athletic recovery. Call today for an appointment at 402-413-2042 or walk in at 71st and Pioneers. Live Hydration Spa.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket. Join the whole Ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket. Sponsored by Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, Tractor Supply Distribution Center, T.O. Haas Tire and Auto, Planet Fitness, Barnwood and Leather, and Vitalize Health.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is searching for mechanics of all skill levels to grow with us. Landmark offers a competitive wage, full benefits package, along with paid time off within just 60 days of employment, as well as a 401k and a boot and clothing allowance. Interested in becoming a part of the Landmark difference? Apply now at landmarkimp.com/careers or contact Deanna 402-310-7561 or email careers@landmarkimp.com. That's landmarkimp.com. Landmark Implement is the equal opportunity employer.
Are you one of those people who thinks it's okay to drive stoned? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You end up driving below the speed limit? It's no big deal, right? Wrong. The truth is, your reaction times slow way down when you're high. You not only put yourself in danger, but everyone around you. Talk about a buzzkill. Stop kidding yourself. It's not okay to drive high. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
When everything is changing, you need a store that's a constant. A store that has the brands your family loves and the value that you need. A store where you can stock up, pick up, and drive up. A store that's close to home and feels like home. A store that puts the health and safety of you and your family above all else. And a store that's always here to help. At Kohl's, we don't know what next year will look like. We just know that we'll be here for you no matter what. Kohl's, here today, here to stay. See store or kohls.com for details.
Another packed fall sports season means it's time to get to N Street Drive-In to fill up on all your beverage needs. November's beers of the month are from Nebraska Brewing Company, Oscar Blues Dale's Pale Ale, and Avery Brew. Also, make sure to download the new N Street Drive-In app to order online and to set up delivery right to your front door. And don't forget their top-notch Crowler fill system. N Street Drive-In, your one-stop beverage stop at 1801 O Street.
The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef is Lincoln's newest full-service butcher shop, offering premium fresh-cut steaks and house-made sausages daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They exclusively carry certified Piedmontese beef raised right here in Nebraska. When shopping at the Mercado, you're not only supporting local, but also enjoying the official beef of Nebraska Athletics. With prime-grade tenderness and unparalleled nutritionals, your backyard barbecue is about to get a serious upgrade. Stop into the Mercado today, located off 84th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Welcome back, Husker fans. Eustis Body Shop is happy to welcome the best fans in college football back to Lincoln. With Gold Class certified service, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustis Body Shop can call the right plays to keep you in the game. Whether it's in Lincoln at 88th and Highway 2 or at any of our other 5 locations across Nebraska, Eustis Body Shop can help get you back on the road. Go Big Red.
The most recommended Eustis Body Shop. That's who we are.
Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Old School. It has been so cool today seeing smiles. There were smiles that have walked through this building for folks who are having tough days and weeks. And if you don't get that there's a power in the smile, you're missing out. There's some not so smiley news out of Ohio State. The Buckeyes suspend third-string quarterback Jack Miller after an impaired driving arrest Friday. Third-string quarterback Jack Miller suspended. He was arrested Friday by Ohio State Highway Patrol officers Friday morning, according to the police report. Miller refused a breathalyzer test and also was cited for driving in marked lanes. He was released from custody Friday and was issued a summons to appear in court for the offense. Ohio State confirmed in a statement that Miller had been suspended but did not specify a length of time or parameters for the suspension. Miller attempted 14 passes this season, going 7 of 10 for 101 yards. He addressed for Penn State and went through warm-ups with the starters, and he will not play tomorrow. He will not play tomorrow. More news. Dusty Baker announces that he will return as the Houston Astros manager in 2022 after taking them to the World Series in 2021. The Cleveland Browns have reached settlement with Odell Beckham Jr. He will be released on Monday and will be able to make a deal. The exit is all set there in Cleveland. Jordan Love says he's confident in his first start being in place of Aaron Rodgers. It's a big one because he would go head-to-head. I mean, this is a good one with Kansas City. It's a big one, big ball game after a big win. The Philadelphia 76ers finding uncooperative Ben Simmons. You make agreements, you should follow them. That's how that works. The New Orleans Saints will start Trevor Siemian over Taysom Hill. Pretty interesting. Hill says he's ready to go. But it'll be Siemian who starts against the Falcons on Sunday. Arizona Cardinals quarterback Murray will not sit out if he's at a high level Sunday. So he will be a game time decision. He figures if he can function at a high level from the pocket, Kyler Murray says he will play. Cliff Kingsbury agrees, so they will check it out. He didn't practice Wednesday or Thursday and wasn't on field for the media open portion of practice Friday. Arizona's final injury report of the week had not been released, so we will wait for that. But again, coming off the first loss, it's a pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. And wow. Here's one for you. FBS schools spent over $530 million in dead money over 10 years. Wow. That is to fulfill the contracts of coaches no longer working. They're no longer working for them. Public universities and FBS conferences paid out more than $533.6 million in dead money to head coaches and assistant coaches in football and men's and women's basketball, according to analysis of financial records obtained by ESPN through State Open Records. The total does not include tens of millions of dollars in severance payments to coaches who have been fired or resigned since then, including head football coaches at Georgia Southern, LSU, TCU, Texas Tech, Akron, UConn, and USC. LSU football coach Ed Orgeron, who guided the Tigers to a college football national championship in 2019, was dismissed last month, is owed about $16.9 million, which will be doled out in 18 payments through December 2025. He'll be getting close to $1 million a check through December 2025. Man, oh, man. Man, oh, man. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money to not coach. Woo. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Aggie says, wouldn't that be the Ohio State Patrol? Yes, you are correct. Well done. Well done. From the text line as well. News out of Ohio State about Miller is bad news for Huskers fans. It means numbers 1 and 2 will have to play more. Yikes. Yeah. Matt, I don't know the line on the game. Not a game changer, but certainly a distraction. Certainly a distraction. Texture also says, yeah, dang, he probably would have gotten to play this Saturday too. Yeah. Yeah. That's all true. That is all very true. I didn't think that Ohio State was taking Nebraska lightly. Through all of the press junkets and the media stuff that was available, the coaches and players seem to be speaking on a constant level that, well, this for them is March Madness. This for them is we don't have the opportunity to lose. We need to win the rest of our games one at a time to get into the playoffs. A loss will eliminate that. It'll give them 2 losses. So they cannot afford to have a hiccup in Lincoln. The coaches seem to agree on that. The players seem to agree on that. That listen, we're certainly not taking Nebraska for granted. They've got numbers, they've got stats that jump out at you. It's on film, as they said. You can tell that they were uniform in their message because there were several coaches and several players who all said it's on film. We don't have to make it up. This is a good football team. They haven't gotten the end result, but this is a good football team. Ohio State is aware and talking about the Nebraska defense. They're aware and they're talking about Adrian Martinez and his feet. They're talking about the explosiveness of the defensive front and the fact that their veteran secondary makes them more difficult to take advantage of. Ryan Day talked about Scott Frost and saying he's doing a good job. Not that I would expect any of them to say anything other than what they said. They really should have said what they said. But that's been the line that's been drawn, is Ohio State is playing for a playoff bid. Like, that's how they're approaching this. This is them playing for a playoff bid, and then they have zero plans to leave it here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Now, plans are one thing. Execution is another. Ohio State's coming into a place where there's a team and a program that has nothing to lose. Nebraska could play free and just have at it. There's no pressure. Very few people expect them to beat Ohio State, so there's no expectation. What they could and should do from this point is just to, let it rip. Grip it and rip it, Huskers. Play your game. Adrian, get out there and make plays. Do your thing. All of that's in play for the Huskers. But it is the Ohio State Buckeyes. And this is a three-win Nebraska team. They will have 3 opportunities to improve their stock and their location. Only one of them matters. This one, tomorrow, Ohio State. Nothing else matters. They need to go 1-0 tomorrow. 1-0. That's it. 1-0. That's all that's required. Yes, it's against the favorite team and the best team in the Big Ten Conference. You're familiar. They're familiar. And I hate the coach speak behind it, but just to execute is saying it as simply as you can. Find a way. Find a way. Find a way. Do not get caught up in the nonsense. And do not give Ohio State your help. They don't need it, so don't give it to them. And maybe because they love Nebraska so much, they'll give them a few breaks along the way too. That is my hope, that it is competitive and these teams line up, and that what I'd like to see is the best Nebraska performance of all season. They will have to play better tomorrow than they played against Northwestern. Wrap your brain around that for a minute. They're going to have to play better tomorrow than they played against Northwestern to have success. And that is if success is winning the football game. We can talk in the next segment about how close you need for the game to be in order to feel good about it, and how are you going to feel with the loss or with the win. What are your thoughts, whether you changes your mind on coach's situation and scenario or not. But a win does wonders. Is it possible? Yes. Likely? No. All fair. All fair. All fair. Texan says, DP, which team, Ohio State or Nebraska, has had better recruiting classes in each of the last 5 years? There you go. Recruiting classes don't make plays on Saturday. Players do. That means they've been coached, put in place. They were taught what needed to go down. They had an answer for any question that was asked during the game, and they execute. Talent requires work. The talent on this team has worked. Team that has the best day tomorrow will win. That's how it works. And it's not about stars. It's not. So I get out there and kicking somebody's tail on a Saturday. From the text line, let me go back to it. My wife wanted to tell you all thank you for the cakes. Have a great weekend, Jason. Jason, what's up, man? Thank her for us. Squeaks, big smile. Shout out to all the teachers in Lincoln Public Schools. It's been a challenging year. This is why we reach out. Hopefully there are some teachers who got additional smiles today, courtesy of Beatrice Bakery and 93.7 to Ticket. Finally, with all the Journal Star media picking the Buckeyes by a blowout, it reminds me of what I was told to Elway in the 2-yard line in Cleveland with 98 yards to go in the drive. We've got them right where we want them. Amen to that. Go get them. Go Big Red. You're absolutely there. You're absolutely there. Texter says recruiting classes spell success. Ask Clemson this year. Ask LSU. Ask Texas. Talent is a wonderful thing. It's great window dressing. It gets checks written. But at some point, you got to teach them how to play. And it is not as easy as people think. Throw the break. We'll close out and then set up for tomorrow. We'll get you ready for the pregame show and the postgame show. We'll do that next.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Areas of fog this morning, then some clearing this afternoon. We'll top out near 62. South-southwest winds could eventually gust around 15 to 20. Patchy fog possible again tonight. We'll drop down to around 41 for the low. Clearing skies and a gorgeous Saturday on the way as we'll top out near 70 tomorrow. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef is Lincoln's newest full-service butcher shop, offering premium fresh-cut steaks and house-made sausages daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They exclusively carry certified Piedmontese beef raised right here in Nebraska. When shopping at the Mercado, you're not only supporting local, but also enjoying the official beef of Nebraska Athletics. With prime-grade tenderness and unparalleled nutritionals, your backyard barbecue is about to get a serious upgrade. Stop into the Mercado today, located off 84th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Another packed fall sports season means it's time to get to N Street Drive-In to fill up on all your beverage needs. November's beers of the month are from Nebraska Brewing Company, Oscar Blues Dale's Pale Ale, and Avery Brewing. Also, make sure to download the new N Street Drive-In app to order online and to set up delivery right to your front door. And don't forget their top-notch Crowler fill system. N Street Drive-In, your one-stop beverage stop at 1801 O Street.
Welcome back, Husker fans. Eustace Body Shop is happy to welcome the best fans in college football back to Lincoln. With Gold Class certified service, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop can call the right plays to keep you in the game. Whether it's in Lincoln at 88th and Highway 2 or at any of our other 5 locations across Nebraska, Eustace Body Shop can help get you back on the road. Go Big Red.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Our business customers get more than just fast, reliable connections. They get service and support to meet all their voice, data, and TV needs. Because supporting your business is our business. Allo delivers peace of mind with a 100% fiber network, hosted PBX solutions, redundancy protection, and best-in-class service to back it all up. To get your free quote and switch today, visit allofiber.com/workfast or call 402-480-6685. That's 402-480-6685.
Hi, Andy Neal of Cartridge World. We are not a big box store that sells everything and specializes in nothing. Cartridge World is your local expert when it comes to streamlining office printing and scanning. No big box can match our proven no-cost lease program. We customize solutions that supply you with multifunction printers and all the required service just for buying cartridge roll, ink, and toner at a 30% savings. Call for a no-cost consultation, 464-3455, or go online to cartridgeworld.com.
Are you one of those people who thinks it's okay to drive stoned? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You end up driving below the speed limit? It's no big deal, right? Wrong. The truth is, your reaction times slow way down when you're high. You not only put yourself in danger, but everyone around you. Talk about a buzzkill. Stop kidding yourself. It's not okay to drive high. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
When everything is changing, you need a store that's a constant. A store that has the brands your family loves and the value that you need. A store where you can stock up, pick up, and drive up. A store that's close to home and feels like home. A store that puts the health and safety of you and your family above all else. And a store that's always here to help. At Kohl's, we don't know what next year will look like. We just know that we'll be here for you no matter what. Kohl's, here today, here to stay. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
They say one great thing leads to another. And that's especially true when you visit a Great Clips salon. When you sit down for a haircut with a skilled and friendly stylist at one of our thousands of convenient Great Clips locations, they'll not only make your hair look great, they'll make you feel great too. And that's something you can't help but share with the world. Download our online check-in app today and opt in to get a Ready Next text when you're up next. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment on a Friday. I'll ask Nick while he's sitting here, your thoughts. Give it to me.
On Saturday?
Yep.
Nebraska's going to need to play their best football that they have all season tomorrow. Pair that with Ohio State not making a couple mistakes. They're going to need to make a couple mistakes. Do the same thing that they did with Michigan. They forced Michigan to turn the football over, which was something that they had not done all season long until the Nebraska game. And it allowed Nebraska to have a shot to win it towards the end. Now, I think Ohio State's better than Michigan, but they're going to same principle kind of applies. Put Ohio State in a position that they're not used to being in and haven't been put in, and you might look up in the third quarter and you have a shot to do something there.
Yeah, my hopes are that they bring their best effort.
Is that a concern that they don't show up tomorrow with everything going on?
No,
I know they say
no, I think they show up.
Yeah.
The question is, do you finish? The most difficult thing in all of sports to do is to finish. And there are a lot of people that my phrasing is commitment to execution. That when I'm leaning up against somebody that has full intent and is full committed to it, I'm going to start off as committed as they are.
Mm-hmm.
But over the course of that battle, their wear and tear or my wear and tear will dictate who stays committed to executing. And Nebraska's issue has been that late in games, their commitment to execution has waned or lost focus. From the text on, I'll get you this. Listening to you talk about this upcoming game, DP, it's evident a coaching change is needed. This shouldn't be the conversation heading into any game year 4 of a coaching tenure at Nebraska. If change happens, I'll be pretty excited. Maybe we could finally move forward as a program that's a consistent winner. If it was going to happen with the staff, it would start happening by now. What I'll tell you is this. There's nothing wrong that going 1-0 won't fix. And I mean that. And it ain't got nothing to do with stars. It got nothing to do with talent. It's got to do with the plan. Are you committed to it? And do they show up? We'll talk about it tomorrow. 8:30. Stop by Tipsy Tina's Haymarket. We'll be there till 11. Love y'all. Enjoy your Friday night.